Hello, in this video we're going to discuss the Maori Part 1. Firstly, the language creation. The language was created in the first history by the Holy Spirit, who had a bit of help with some of the language, but it was mostly the Holy Spirit. In the first branch of history, when it was first attempted to bring Maori to Earth, they were trained in heaven on planet God and Mary's house. They were then flown to Baghdad from heaven and sailed from there to New Zealand. It took 400 years for them to arrive in New Zealand. When they landed in New Zealand, they landed at Kaikoura and travelled south in search of animal skins. They were led by the Arkangel Archer. Unfortunately, they all froze to death while dying of starvation on the Canterbury Plains, which was barren back then. There were wallabies 150 kilometres away, and wallabies are actually native to New Zealand, the ones that are in the high country. And the skins would have been suitable for the Maori that were on Earth at the time, but unfortunately they did not reach them. So a second attempt was made. So an archangel in heaven was sent back in time, whose Maori name is Tāne. Tāne led a team of 500 and trained them on Belize on Planet 1 for 48 years. They did not train for cold climate though. When their training completed, they flew to Baghdad and took an aerospacecraft from there to Hawaii. In Hawaii, Tāne got a facial tattoo, a moko. He was one of the first to do so. So the technology of the tattoo originates from Hawaii. From there the group sailed in a sail ship from Hawaii to Kaikoura. There were other groups with them who went to Fiji, Tonga, the Cook Islands, Niue, and many others. They would sail at night, being navigating by stars, and then anchor during the daytime and fish. When they arrived at Kaikoura, spaceships came in and picked up the ships and took them to heaven, and they're in a museum in God and Mary's Museum in heaven. The group also brought pigs with them, and Tāne introduced the tech tree, the hangi. Unfortunately, it did not go down well. People were reluctant to eat food that had been cooked underground. They farmed exclusively pigs and fed the pigs ferns and roots, and wore animal skins only. So no grass skirts or anything like that. It was animal skins. Everyone. Right up to the 1900s they were like that, wearing animal skins. It took 150 years for the Maori to make their own hangi. So it took a while to get through to them how nice the food is and how to learn it. And I've been making hangi ever since. Tāne died. He was standing near a ledge and a moa came out and startled him. He fell off the ledge and was severely injured, and the moa landed on top of him and killed him. And the moa then ate him. The Holy Spirit was among the group that sailed to New Zealand And the Holy Spirit also came to earth as James Cook in order to help New Zealand be linked together with other nations through the trade routes as part of the Commonwealth, so that Maori and the New Zealand people would benefit from technology and trade. The name Aotearoa means the land of the long white cloud, and it was named by a 13-year-old boy who was the Holy Spirit's son. So good, peaceful people who are not aggressive at all, and everyone got along. Okay, Honahika is where the problem started, and it's been a problem ever since. He became angry with his wives. He had 4 wives, and he forced people to hit each other for fun. He divided families, forcing groups to flee into the forests. He hunted down and murdered innocent people for fun, and forced the Maori to follow his way of thinking. So they were all as one group in that region near Kaipara, and then groups started leaving because of Honahika. The Maori Protocol. He raped, tortured and murdered people who did not follow the protocol. He made Maori aggressive to each other and invented the haka to terrify everyone, which is effectively chanting. He invented eye bulging, hissing, spitting and poking tongues to show disrespect to his neighbours who were visiting him and who were pleading for mercy for their families. So this whole only the men talk, and when the man talks he has to sing, that all came from that. They were actually singing in order to try and please Hone, because they were terrified of him. This got out of hand. So in heaven, an Arkangel was sent to kill him. The Arkangel did a hello drop to New Zealand from the upper atmosphere and hunted down and confronted Honahika near Raglan. Honahika had a stick, which nowadays they call the taiha. The Archangel was unarmed and broke Hone's neck when he tried to strike him with a stick. So this aggression, they make themselves look bigger when people are visiting them because they're scared of them. That's what it is. So that's a bit about the Maori and how they got here and why there are problems at the moment. I'm the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.